Welcome back to an extremely exciting episode of Junk and Treasures. I virtually haven't made a video in almost all summer. We've been so freaking busy, but I have an opportunity to make one now on something a very good friend of mine has hooked me up on. This is the coolest thing ever that anybody could ever receive from somebody. This is a Porsche 928, and it's not just any 928, it's an extremely rare 928. What makes this one so rare? Well, it's the transmission. Only about 80 to 85% of 928s believed is a manual transmission. Most of these cars were automatic transmissions. The other cool thing about this car is what's on the odometer. This is definitely a project car and it needs to be restored or at least cleaned up, and that's what we're gonna do. It's been sitting for several years and we are gonna try to clean it up and get it running. And first thing we need to do, we really need to wash this poor car. My battery's about dead in my GoPro, so I'm gonna charge it up and I'm gonna eat some lunch and we're gonna come back and we're gonna tinker with it. So after lunch turned into tomorrow, today it's pretty darn cold out. It's about 43 degrees out here, but man, look, I really want to clean this Porsche. Come on now. Don't criticize me for using a RV brush on this thing. It needs to be buffed out anyway, so I don't really care. I just need to get this dirt off this car. The one thing I've noticed is how well these cars are built. The seals on this car are still all original, and you can just sit there and spray it all with water. This car is a 1980, and there's zero water getting inside this car at all. Original seal, and it's very well thought out. Like a lot of cars today, they have the flip up wipers so you can easily clean the windshield, and then even the back. The back even flips up. This overcomplicated German windshield wiper arm actually made it flip up. Man, I am just amazed on how well this thing cleaned up. I mean, it's not a perfect car, but no matter how nice of a car you have, you always wish you had something a little better. That's the thing I've always learned after years and years of owning different vehicles. Man, I can definitely tell this car's been repainted, but it's not horrible. There is some little imperfections around it that some of it I could probably address, and some of it you're just gonna have to let it go. It just is what it is, because it's just not worth to put the money into it unless you just fully want to restore this car. I mean, come on, for the age of the vehicle, those imperfections really aren't that bad for the body. I'm going to talk to a paint guy that I know and see if it's possible to match this color. I know it's crazy hard on these metallic colors to actually match them. So I want to see if I can get the roof painted and the rear hatch painted. After that, the rest of it, the car looks damn good for its age. I guess I can give you a little bit of a tour of this car to kind of show you the condition and what I'm up against. The interior is actually really nice. The only thing that's majorly wrong with the interior is going to be the dash. That's about all these old Porsches and most old cars from the 70s, 80s anyway. One of the issues that needs to be fixed first out of anything is the keys were lost for this car. I don't have a set of keys, and before I got it, somebody tried to pull out the lock cylinder and actually try to start the car or something like that. So the dash is kind of tore up from that. Also, it looks like somebody did try to steal the radio out of it too and messed up the leather right there on the dash. Oh, I just wish. I hate thieves. I can't stand them. They just mess everything up for everybody. It's that time of day when the deer are coming out. Now, the engine in this car looks extremely virgin, which can be a very good thing and also a very bad thing, and considering the car is 42 years old. Probably the next order of business I need to do is try to get the rear hatch open. I don't have a key to it. The little push button thing is not unlocked. Can't get it open. So I'm gonna have to try to figure this one out without ruining anything, but I would like to put a battery in it and just power it on and kind of see what this thing does, see the engine turns over, all that good stuff. And I'm in this back hatch, and I really don't know how to get to it. I don't know if I'm gonna have to stick something in there and try to kind of push the little button thing that locks it, but there's nothing back here at all to unlock this at all from what I see. So all right, I got a thing. Oh, I got it open. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so thankful. I didn't think it would go that easy. Let's see. No way. Holy crap. The rear struts actually work. Oh, the carpet stuff's a mess back here. But I wanted to get to the battery. You can see, oh man, this stuff's just crumbling apart like crazy. Trying to organize the chaos back here. All that carpet is just disgusting. So I just went and put it under the carport, and voila, here's the battery. And I would bet you $1,000 it's no good. Man, as much as I would love to go down to the parts store and get a battery for this thing and stick it in it and see what it does, as cold as it is outside, I really need to run down to the dock and take care of my boat. Yes, the Silverton. Just a quick recap on that. I do need to complete a video on the Silverton. It's up, it's running, we use it all summer, but I just haven't had time to do it. I couldn't resist. I had to go down the road anyway, so why not? All right, let's see if it does anything at all when I put the ground cable on it. Nothing at all. Like I said, all I want to do, see if it does anything at all. All right, I got a couple pairs of pliers here, and I should be able to stick in this hole and turn this. So we'll see if it does anything when you turn the key. Oh, key's on. I did not hear a fuel pump. Alright guys, I literally just bumped the key and I heard the fuel pump. Check this out. Alright, here's the deal. So, when you're trying to start old cars like this that are really old, this car is 43 years old. And we're gonna get into the age, I kind of want to put this in there, we're getting to the age now where people are wanting to pull old EFI cars out of the woods and try to get them started. Barn finds, whatever. They've been sitting for a period of time because they're starting to become a lot of classic cars like this 928 that are high pressure multi-port fuel injection cars. Okay, so this actually happened to a friend of mine, and this is the reason why I wanted to kind of put this out there so everybody will know. There are a lot of rubber parts in fuel systems. We know this. O-rings, hoses, you name it. And what happens to old rubber parts? Well, you know, they get dry rotted and brittle. And most fuel systems are anywhere from 50 to 70 psi. So when you turn the pump on and expand all that old brittle O-rings and hoses, you could have fuel leaks. So run that fuel pump for just a little bit, then check everything. And then if everything checks out, run the car and then stop it and check everything out again. I just want to put that out there so everybody kind of, as a reminder, when you're trying to get old junk like this running. All right, moment of truth. Got the screwdriver in there. Oh, it's German. I got to turn. There's the fuel pump. I hear it. I hear that fuel pump. All right, so what we're gonna do before we go any farther, I'm gonna look under the hood at everything and see if we don't have, make sure we don't have any fuel leaks. I don't smell any fuel. All right, I'm seeing something rather odd here. There's some antifreeze down here, and I don't really know what that's all about, but you know, as far as everything around the fuel system, everything looks fine, so we're gonna just try to crank it some more anyway. I'm hearing some banging. All right, I am smelling fuel, so I'm gonna go check things out. All right, guys, here we are. Man, I just had it. Come on, oh man. Well, I'm gonna give up. I'm just gonna run this brand new battery dead, and I'm gonna bet that it's probably not getting fuel. Maybe it doesn't have any fuel in it. I don't trust the gauges, obviously, but it's on dead empty. But man, is that exciting! Good Lord, it's like kind of firing off a little bit. So, you know, like most of the systems are working the way they should. It's kind of scary with like circuit boards and old cars and stuff. Okay, I'm officially stopping for the night now. I gotta go eat some dinner, and it's very cold, so we'll pick this up again. All right, brand new day. It's 25 degrees outside, very cold. I was sitting here thinking about it last night. What I'm gonna do this morning is I'm gonna go get some gas and try to put some gas in the tank, because I'm kind of wondering if it might be low on fuel. I don't have anybody here to help me to actually crack a line open or something, see if there's anything coming out of it. So let's see if this works. Also, while I'm waiting on the car to warm up real quick, I need to go unplug the heater out of my boat. So I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek of the Silverton. There's actually 2 vehicles or projects I need to kind of get a recap on for anybody who's been following me. The Silverton boat I have, and the Ox. So hopefully. Man, there's so many people just telling me, man, it can't be done. But we enjoyed this boat all summer, and there they are, Volvo Pentas in the place of the Mercruisers. Let's see what we got here. Come on now. Well, fuel pumps sound like they're a little more healthy than they were last night, but it's still kind of the same thing. It kind of fired off a little bit more than it did last night. I think this car has 2 fuel pumps, and I'm kind of wondering if maybe one of them isn't working, and that might be what the problem is. Man, it is so freaking close. I can smell the bad gas. Well, it gets better and better every time I crank it, but there's still something wrong with it. I'm almost wondering clogged injectors or stuck injectors. We're probably gonna have to tear into it. All right, so I took the air cleaner and stuff out of it, and we're gonna spray some go-go juice in it. That'll determine whether or not it's a fuel problem or an ignition problem. It is running on its own, but barely. It's definitely a fuel problem. Spraying that go-go juice in there, it'd pick right up and run. So I think what we need to do is take all the injectors apart and check those out. It's got a good oil pressure. It's been sitting here running for probably 30-45 seconds now. I'm kind of halfway torn to just let's let it sit here and idle, maybe give it some gas, or just give up. Alright, let's give it some gas. Alright, it's definitely an injection problem. As soon as I let off the gas, it's gonna die. It'll probably die. It's idling really, really low. All right, I did something really neat, and it actually kind of worked. I started beating on the injectors. Stuck injectors, it's actually idling a whole lot smoother now. Check this out. Ha ha! I'm going to conclude it right here. It's running. I think it still needs some injectors cleaned out on it. It seems like it's kind of misfiring a little bit. It's got good oil pressure. We have potential. I still have a good amount of work that needs to be done before we drive it. The brakes are just go to the floor, so they need to be bled, who knows what. Well, I've been letting it sit here and idle for probably about 10-15 minutes, and the engine actually sounds a whole lot better than it did probably 5 minutes ago. Well guys, this is it. This is where I'm gonna leave you. Next video we have of it, I'm probably gonna be working on it and trying to get it ready for the road. So man, this was so exciting for me. I hope it was exciting for you. Like and subscribe. Look for another 928 video in the future.